We'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. You have the minutes of our January meeting. Is there any additions or correction to those minutes?
Make a motion to approve.
Okay.
I'll second.
All those in favor of approving the minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Start with old business. First item is a project fund account. We talked about that last month. I did send you a sheet that showed you the 4 accounts and what's in them. And so I've talked with our attorney. She's looking into what steps we may have to take to be able to use that money. It's still in the project account, so haven't heard back from her yet. So hopefully by next month we'll have an answer from her about what we need to do to be able to use that money. Also, sent you, next item, Parks and Rec invoice, sent you an item at $20,000 invoice from Epping Norton.
How much is remaining from our,
Right now, not counting this, it's 57,000 if I remember right, so this will drop it down, I think to 37, I believe, that's right.
I'll make a motion, go ahead and pay it.
Okay,
second?
any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
No. I know, I know. Okay, next item is EMA. Gary.
I just come tonight to give you guys an update. I haven't been here for a while. This week, we got from the state, we got a construction design release. This basically says the state agrees that we can build the building the way the prints were shown. What the big holdup was, they want us to put a vestibule in it, in a storage. And it took half a year to get that variance, so they don't have to do that. So the next step is, they sent the prints to the city of Greensburg. The first time they sent them, I think they had 11 items they needed changed. They changed them on the ones that got sent to the state, but they never sent a new set to the city. So now the city's got a new set. They think they'll have those back approved by in the next week. At that point, then we can put our bid package together, advertise for bids, and we can actually send it out to get some bids. I have no idea what the price is going to come back now after the time is good. We'll see. You guys have any questions for me?
So the city had issues with your plans, but the state didn't?
The only issue we had with the state that I know of was the vestibule. For some reason, they wanted a vestibule in that storage building.
Yeah.
Nobody could figure it out.
Yeah.
What kind of issues did the city have? They got 11 things.
It was different ordinances that they didn't quite match up the way I understand it. The city don't approve them anymore. They send them out and have somebody else do them. Well, you know, where the city might look at it and go, it's a storage building, it's gonna be okay. When they send it out, that group, they're gonna cross every I and cross every T and dot every I and come back. Sarah seemed to think it wouldn't be a big deal. Until we get that approval, we're stuck again, waiting. Hopefully they're gonna be near what it had. Just thought it was time to come in and give you guys
say, Mike? Okay. Well, thanks, Gary.
You guys, you don't necessarily want any paperwork other than the invoices, correct?
Yeah,
So whenever I get an invoice, I'm gonna send it to you before the meeting.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Make sure I got that right.
Is this the same deal where the commissioners have to approve the invoice first, then we get it? Or is it county building?
I think so.
Yeah.
So commissioners or the county council has to.
I think you have to have the commissioner approve it, and then it'll be forwarded on to us.
Okay.
That's the way it was at the highway department.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever I gotta do,
I
I'm
think
willing to
that's-
do,
I
I just
think
wanna make
that's-
sure I do it right.
Yes.
And you have to check with them and see, because they're not really had anything to do with this, have they?
No,
Yeah, check with them and
They're
see.
just asking and see, but,
yeah, I'll check with them.
okay.
Will the commissioners then become owners of the building, or is that going to stay with the EMA?
What now?
Will the commissioners become the owner of the building?
Yeah, the county will be the owner.
Yeah, so yeah, I would think that they would need to approve.
Yeah, but I didn't know, but I mean, they came to us for the money from the highway department, that's the reason they approved all them. I didn't know what this, but I would say they'll want to.
Yeah.
To the best of my knowledge, EMA owns it.
Yeah.
Good.
Thanks, Gary.
We'll see you guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Is there any other old business? Okay, if not, we'll move on to new business. Dr. Burns.
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you having me here tonight. This is you, my director of learning, Angel Hopper. So she kind of oversees a couple things we're going to talk about here real quick. I'm going to paint some broad strokes. I know the last time you guys wanted your entire evening taken up. I have the ability and resources to take up 2 hours of your time, which helps you know a lot of you. So I'm going to kind of start off and let this go any direction you want to. What I'm here for tonight is the situation that we're in. A couple pages that I'll describe there for you is the Senate Bill 1. This is not today. It's hit everybody, every governmental entity, every county in the state. It really cut back property taxes, which is a no-brainer. As somebody who runs a corporation built off of property taxes, it is very, very difficult. And on that first page there, our proposal, what we're looking for is funding for our JAG teacher and our integrated industrial academy teacher, because with our manufacturing program, the situation that we are in is due to Senate Bill 1, we're going to lose approximately over $2 million in the next 5 years. It is the same operations that are wanting us, along with everyone else, to operate however you're going to operate, just with $2 million less dollars. So, interesting thing for the county schools, which makes us better in some ways, a little more difficult right now, is we're roughly 293 square miles of the 373 square miles in the county. We're 80% of the county. So the Senate Bill 1 is cutting property taxes, which funds our capital projects. And that is buses, custodians, that is everything that is not teaching kids and teachers in the classroom. And we get hit exceptionally hard because, I mean, you can see Greenford right there in the middle. We're 4 times the size of Greenford, and they have 300 kids. So they're in a much more advantageous position to be able to fund their programs and take some hits. This is absolutely critical. If you really want to go down the rabbit hole, the conspiracy theory going on is this is what the government wants to lead toward mandatory consolidation. And so something that we want nothing to do with, I'll speak to, we want to touch it with 10-foot pole, but the hope is that in 5 or 6 years, you're going to get school corporations throughout the state start consolidating, and they would like to follow a model like Florida, where there's one school corporation per county in the state of Indiana. And so there's a lot of people opposed to that. The reason that I'm asking for this money is last year we cut 41 positions. And so through every single transportation, schools, instructional assistants, teachers, central office, we're then slated for another handful of cuts. I can't say exactly what yet because I haven't even told him the number yet, but he thinks he knows what's coming. And so it's going to be roughly close to 50 positions when it's all said and done over 2 years. And it's just like everyone else, we're happy to do less, more with less. And these are 2 programs that I think have a huge impact on this community, especially the manufacturing side of it. That if we don't get exhausted opportunity for the state, apply for grants. We've absolutely hit a dead end before we came here, and the JAG program is basically designed to, it's kids that struggle that aren't going to potentially graduate on time, may not graduate at all, and it gives them a mentor, it helps them through high school, has them working out in the community, and they really find a purpose, and the success rate is probably the most powerful program that we have. The success rate is so, and I always think of, and I hate to make this sound this way, but don't get these kids across the stage. If it wasn't for the JAG program, these are the kids that probably wouldn't get into the parent basements. And so, which some people that's okay, for others it's not. But they're becoming productive members of society. They're helping with roles, positions throughout the county. And the Industrial Integration Academy, that is a partnership we started with Purdue Extension. And we have Honda on board, Resinac, Delta, Batesville Tool Die, and Nipro. And we built this program with them to help train our high school students, our juniors and seniors, so that if they make it through the program, they graduate, and they have preferred opportunities with those businesses. And what they're getting out of it is, they're getting kids that are trained however they want them to operate, kind of the onboarding kind of process, but for kids, so that when they graduate high school, they're prepared and trained for the workforce, and so they don't have to take months and months to get them prepared to. So we work hand in hand with them. Both of these positions have been paid for grants throughout the state, and both of these grants have been completely met. So these grants run out the end of the school year. Like I said, we apply for the grants, we try other things, and as much as I would like to keep these positions, without your help, it's probably not doable, because we're at the point now that, I can't cut physics teachers or English teachers to do so. So, the proposal you see there is basically for 3 years for each position. There is I say small, I know it's not small, $20,000, it's not small, but $20,000 ask for our pre-K program to help with some odds and ends. Our pre-K is basically self-funded, taking care of ourselves on both ends. And so that's just for odds and ends, especially on the north end, which is growing this newer. And so they're a little further behind with things. South has had a pre-K program for 5 years, and it's completely self-sufficient. They're both amazing. But in the packet that I have there for you, and again, I'm willing to discuss as much as you want to, but I feel we've been good stewards of the community with our having a very low tax rate, as you see there. The second, our tax levy is basically the same thing. It's the amount of money that we're allowed to borrow. We're the second lowest of anybody around us. Those are the next page. That's the laws that I put on. That's every law that was passed that affects finances for school corporations. I put the ones that are most applicable to us in that proposal. Then you just see they've run numbers for 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, the next 2 pages. And at the very bottom of each column, you'll see that there's basically no discouragement to this. So it's unfortunate. I know that I'm not alone, but this number is significantly bigger than a lot of my peers around me in the neighboring counties, because we are so large. And that's the part that's really hitting us right now. Is, we get a lot of our money from property taxes. So cut that. We're having to shift money from other areas. We've had to condense. We've had to cut. We probably will be cutting for the next couple of years. Just trying to figure this out, because we kind of said, I can speak for my school board. We said we don't want to consolidate. And I'll tell you right now, it's no secret. Talk to Tom Hunter. He called me and said the last thing he wants to do is consolidate with me. And I said, it's no offense. I get it. Neither of us want each other. It's fine. And so, but the proposal specifically, as you see, is $300,000 roughly for, that's what we just lost this year. The total is $383,840. And like I said, I'm willing to go as far down any conversation area you would like to, questions that you have, please do.
Do you think you'll have correction in this in 3 years?
So my hope is, in a perfect world.
That's just my,
Yeah, absolutely. So my hope is within 3 years, our demographic study, which shows the number of kids we're supposed to lose, is we're supposed to lose roughly another 80 kids over the next 3 to 4 years. So that's going to put us in a position, and the interesting thing is it's not as easy as, well, 30 kids equals a teacher in the corporation, because you could have 2 kids in this grade level and 3 kids here. So, but what that's going to allow us to do, hopefully, is as we get a couple people to retire, we can then absorb this. The long-term goal is for this to become our position, because we would like to, we want to have it in-house, we want to have control over it. I don't like, JAG is amazing. I don't like having to, be at the mercy. We've been on 10 phone calls with different agencies. And the first phone call with each agency is, okay, here's our proposal, here's what we think we can do, we're gonna try to help you. And they do their thing, they come back a month later, sorry, we got the money. That's been several of them in the state, and we do not like that because we've had kids starting to email us. Please make sure JAG stays. You hate that for kids, so our hope is to be self-sufficient, absolutely, because just keeping it in-house is better. You don't want to have those outliers.
You get any income tax,
Yeah, it's going away,
is it totally going away?
totally going away.
I know, we're fighting the same thing. don't get me
Yeah.
wrong.
Oh, yeah, I understand, and that's the part, that's the reason that
You know.
it's 27 or 28, it kind of escalates a little bit, and that's the year that it's completely wiped away, and that's another layer to this.
There's three.
Yep.
Three income taxes.
Yep.
We're supposed to
So-
make it up with one, and then split it up.
Yes, that would be 28, you'll see there,
28.
we spike with our losses, it's an exceptionally bad year, it's not, the only thing different is the income tax goes away.
Jared, how long's the JAG program been in place, and then how do students get into the program?
You're two. Go ahead. No, you're-
So this is the second year. We started the same time Greensburg started. It was kind of, it was a big push throughout the state, and the people in charge of JAG were pushing it into schools. We jumped in both feet. It was great both years. We've seen a lot of great things happen. We had 70, I want to say 75 the first year. We've got 78 right now. It's kind of a cross between, there are certain parameters kids have to meet, so there are a list of things that they have to be experiencing. And those could be anything from struggles at home to struggles at school to attendance, all kinds of things. There's a teacher portion of it, the teachers can recommend students. But there, and the counselors as well. So it kind of takes a whole team to come up with who is put into the program. And then our teacher, which the first year we had two teachers, one in each end of the county. The company that was doing JAG and paying for it lost some of their funding, so they gave us enough for one teacher, so we've been splitting. So we have one teacher with 78 kids that they're working with, which is a lot, but he's doing it very successfully, I have to say. And then, it goes on a year beyond school. So that JAG person, they're a career coach, and so they actually meet with these kids a year after graduation, so that they're still in touch, still helping them along the way.
The thing that, and I almost feel negligent because it's an expensive program, but we never took it out of our pocket. But I'm just stunned at how this has benefited so many at-risk kids. Those are the ones we work with, those are the ones that, if you don't address while they're in school, they're the ones that at some point in time will be living off the government or, will hit the criminal system. Those are the kids that are targeted, and every study shows that. It's just been amazing how this program has helped them. They'll tell you, I didn't know what to do, I wasn't sure what kind of go to school, I was gonna sign myself out at 18 and drop out, and they have a purpose to be productive. And it's just,
You have that in both schools, north and south.
Yeah, and we've had kids graduate that if you would have asked, even back in elementary school, they would have probably thought that was not one even graduated a semester early, so that was huge. And he got out into the workforce and is being a responsible adult now. So it really does work. They have a mentor, they have like kind of a coach and counselor and somebody that helps them through the struggles of life as well.
Does the Industrial Integration Academy cover both schools as well?
Yes, it does. Yeah, we bus kids from south to north for that.
second year as well.
And we just had our call-outs for that last week. 18 in south and 25 in
That's a lot of things, site visits, tours, they experience every single partner that we have, so we just don't track to one. Over time, they get a chance, they're in all 5 of the big corporation companies, they work with people in there, so
the schools at all?
Nope, yeah, I actually was just notified, I sent my entire board a notification today, because we're doing we have done a fiscal presentation with each end of my teachers, individually, south and north end. We then had one for the school board, and some, my administrative staff to see things, and we've been waiting to do one for community. We want the community to be able to see, and the packet you have here, these are 6 pages taken out of a 35-page packet. So the other things you guys would not care about, again, I don't want to waste your time. So they're going to do that same presentation to the community, and he just put me on pause today, he said, because they're looking at further income tax cuts. He said it's going to hit you even harder. He said if it goes through. Now, it's not massive, but this is a kick that, you know, I don't know how we get up from this one, and that's their intent. So the hope is you just wait it out 3, 4, 5 years, and we put ourselves in a good position to try to fight this thing. And, but they're saying that it could even be worse. So there's no end. Here's the thing. I don't get political. I live with the government. I like the government for everything except for public education. And so, but he has made it, and he's triumphing this right now. Look at our schools, our grade 3 IRE test scores have gone up, and I've cut everything. This is fantastic. It's working. So our fear is that he's going to try to cut more because, see, I was right the first time, he'll cut more the second time. See how you guys can do. So I'm glad it's working-ish, but it's not.
And so if we supported this, would you envision then us making a 3-year commitment, but paying on an annual basis?
Whatever season. Months, monthly installment, bi-weekly, whatever you want to do. Beggars can't be choosers, so.
I think we still have to change our scope now, would you, Don? And that still have to go through
Okay,
educational and,
yeah,
we didn't
yeah,
include that in our budget.
okay. Previously, we had provided funding to you, but each of those, we had to amend our plan, and we were very specific in that amendment. So, what we've done now, and we're in the process of doing, is amending the plan again and making it much broader language for all the schools in the county, where we don't have to go through this whole process every time it's something new, a different program. We're making that new amendment to be very broad, so we don't have to
Which makes sense.
go through all the steps.
Because our original one, I think, just dealt with STEM
Yeah,
related
Correct.
things.
yeah, and the other one just dealt with, yeah, and so we,
And a lot of this does fall into the technology component,
Yeah.
which is what I was envisioning.
Yeah.
I know that from the very first time I came here, it had to fall under that STEM umbrella.
Right.
And a lot of this is everything now you have technology.
yeah,
Every single thing about it is
So-
technology. So that's the reason we felt that this was maybe a comfortable ask, that it fell under your umbrella. I completely understand what you're saying.
yeah. So what we're doing is, the process right now, will probably be final approval, at least the current time frame is final approval in our April meeting of the new amendment. That would be broad. Once we get that, if we get it, whenever we get it done, and like I say, right now, April is kind of the time frame we're looking at, because we got a bunch of steps we gotta go through. We get that done, then we can come back after that and take a look at this and say, okay. I think that'd be the best route, is let's get our amendment that broadens our capabilities out. And then come, bring us back. Go from it there, I think that's the best route.
We don't want to get the cart before the horse
Yeah.
necessarily.
Absolutely. So then I will wait to hear from you to make sure that April goes through, and if it does, then potentially May.
Yeah, May, yeah, May, you come back and, I specifically, like I said, we got tired of making amendments every time. It's like, we need some.
Any other questions?
Anybody else have anything?
Like, bring
No,
this
I
pres-
understand. I totally understand where you're coming
I
from.
appreciate that.
I do.
Do you want me to bring this presentation back in May, or do it again? What do you want me to do?
No, I don't think you need to do it again, just come back and, say, based on, this is what we've asked for, you know.
You might bring, for my benefit, this cover sheet, because I tend to forget my materials from prior meetings and.
So we will
Anything else I can answer, please?
make a,
Gentlemen, thank you very much, I appreciate your time tonight.
Okay.
Talk soon. Thank you.
okay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yep, bye.
See you guys.
While we're talking about the amendment, I am on the agenda to go to the March 4th meeting for the area planning commission, which is the first step. And then hopefully make a commissioners meeting late March. And then, of course, we have to do a public notice and all that stuff. But hopefully, right now, everything goes okay. We have a public hearing at our April for final approval. And then and that gets us right into the next item, our annual meeting with the overlapping taxing districts. We normally do that in April. In the last couple of years, nobody comes. But, so I thought we would go ahead and schedule again for this April, for the April meeting, for the April. Also, if that's okay with everybody. Okay. Last time I had on the agenda was our annual management report. They're working on it right now. We have to have it to the commissioners and the council and DLGF all by April the 15th. So I have told Baker Tilly we need it as soon as possible. The bad news is, and I still don't have this totally clarified yet, but I don't know where by saying I have to have a report to them where I can just get it to them by April the 15th, or whether I actually have to make a presentation at a meeting before April the 15th. If that's the case, if I actually have to make a presentation before April the 15th, not just hand them the document, then the meeting of the council is the March meeting.
17.
Yeah. Which is before our meeting. Our March meeting, day before our March meeting. So it kind of puts us in a bind. I would have to show up to the council meeting before we've actually officially seen it here.
We need to meet a week early.
Well, I'm on vacation March 18th, so I won't be able to make this
Okay.
scheduled meeting, so I was gonna suggest changing that date anyway.
Okay. If we meet a week earlier, I'll look.
Be the 11th, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Something like that. 11th. Just have to make sure it's.
everybody comfortable with moving it to the 11th? The second Wednesday?
That's my school board meeting, but it's at 6:30, so I'm gonna be here at 5:30 as long as it don't take too long, or if I have to leave, I'll just leave, so.
I don't think, unless something else shows up, I don't think it's gonna be a long meeting.
So, no, that's fine with me.
Okay.
Old Ages E building, out there.
Yeah. Okay, so,
Building behind
That,
it.
do we advertise our
Kind of
meetings?
structure's going
Or
up
do we
behind
just
it.
put them on the county website?
well, the county website says we
Oh,
meet,
okay, I thought it might
Just
use
like
that
a
we
way.
meet the third
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Change
So what we
headlines.
would do, what I would do, if we change this date, then tomorrow, I'll tell them to put on the website
The 11th.
the 11th.
That's fine. I have no problem. If we need to meet a week early to get it
Oh, is that right?
together done, that's fine.
You just can't get people to want to drive.
So, but, and I think that would be all needed to be done is post it on the county website, because that's like a public notice. It's available for anybody and everybody to see.
Yeah, they're about ready to change it. You don't have anything in the paper. They get it through just website and you're done.
Done?
They're working on that, on all this, on additionals,
Yeah.
everything else, because some of these counties don't have paper. Some don't have nothing,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
don't have anything.
So if everybody's comfortable, and I'll check to make sure this room's available, but I think it will be. I don't think anything else is here on the second Wednesday. So, yeah, if everybody's agreeable, we'll move our meeting to March the 11th. And, that way you can see it before I have to show up, if I have to show up at the council meeting to make a presentation. You'll have seen it already. And then I can make the commissioners meeting, the second meeting of the month of March. And then it has to be filed with the DLGF by April 15th, and, the auditor's office does that file. Okay.
Sounds like a plan, Don.
As soon as I get the information, I'll get it out to everybody so you can have a chance to look at it at a time. All that. Is there anything else anybody has?
Do we need to talk about,
I haven't told anybody else, but I can. I was going through, Barnes and Thornburg put out a new manual for all of us economic development corporations and TIF districts. I just reading through it. And the one thing I came up with, surprise, surprise, where did I put it? I got it here somewhere. Anyhow, what it says, I just need a couple more papers, that's all. Maybe oh. Okay, well, what it says is, it said starting in 2023, and I didn't know anything about this, nobody told me. Nobody told me. It says the president has to be from, if the president is from one appointing body, the vice president has to be from the other appointing body. So right now, Chris and I are both appointed by the commissioners. So follow that law, then one of us has to
resign?
resign the position to follow the law.
Matt, who are you appointed by?
Yeah.
council?
These two are council,
Okay.
and the three of us are
Commissioners and he's school
commissioners,
board.
and he's
Okay.
the school board representative.
Looks like Matt's vice president.
We have a motion on the floor.
I think that you just resigned.
Yeah, yeah. So if you want to, yeah, whatever, but if you want to, you can go ahead and resign and nominate Matt.
That's state law?
And that's, I thought I
What
brought,
Indiana code is that?
I thought I brought that with
You
me.
want to maybe run that by Lisa before we,
Yeah, I can do that. I'll
anything.
check it to be
I'd like to know
absolutely
what
sure.
Indiana code that
But-
is.
But that's,
Has to be an IC code.
Yeah.
yeah, but it's, it was in the handbook that Barnes and Thornburg put out, is saying, I think it said, if I remember right, law was passed in 2023
I think so.
that says this has to be done. I didn't bring that with me evidently. I thought I brought that with me. Oh, yep, there it is. It says here, all it says here is the members must elect a president, a vice president, and secretary who serve until they are replaced by the members. As a result of a 2023 legislative amendment, the president and the vice president must be from different appointing bodies.
Run that by Lisa.
But it's according to a legislative amendment, so I assume it's a law. The amendment was effective July 1, 2023. The change will be relevant for most redevelopment commissions with the election of officers at the first meeting in 2024.
Screwed that up, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't arrested us.
It's coming, they're waiting outside.
Talk about mass resignations.
Yeah, so, anyway, I just wanted you to know that, and I will check with Lisa to verify, but we can do that then next meeting, but that was just something when I was reading, it's like, whoops. So. And handbook's only 120 pages.
You must have been bored out of your mind to be reading that handbook.
So anyway. Okay, is there anything else we have?
To adjourn.
Okay.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? So carried.